Hey everyone, and welcome back. Now, in case you're wondering, the reason I don't have a shirt on is because I wanted to make a point about tonight. And the point is that, despite all the negativity I give myself, I'm actually, just fine. Obviously, there's room for improvement, but I just wanted to show that. So, if you know the crossing, look, got these little bits here, got these little bits, and there, and there, and there. I mean, you can barely actually the camera doesn't really show them up much, but that's probably what most people see when they look at me. And yes, that is a revelation. It really is. Because one of the biggest ones, I've explained this before. Actually, you know what? Since we're done staring at this, I'm gonna put on the car footage because it makes it a bit more interesting. So you're gonna see that in 3, 2, 1, now. Now. Come on, Jim. You can do this. Put the footage on. Now. There we go. That's better. So you don't really need to look at body now, so I'm just going to go up close. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that despite all the crap I give myself, I will accept those flaws in other people. It's like, if you take for example, body which I showed just now, I would consider that disgusting. And I'm pretty certain there's some of you looking at thinking, ugh, didn't need to see that. But you know what? You've seen it. Too late. But the thing is though, I'll see someone just like this and I would not really see the problem. I'm making sense, people. I give myself incredibly high standards, but I have incredibly low standards for everybody else. And this way of thinking applies to every single part of my life, in every little aspect. I expect myself to go above and beyond, but I don't expect you to. I expect myself to be perfect looking, but I don't expect you to be perfect. Actually, you can be the opposite of perfect, and I'd still be happy with where you are. Am I making sense? And in a way, it is tied to my people pleasing tendencies, which, yes, I know they're not good. It's not a good thing, and I know that's okay, but it's something within me, It's like I've always got to be, due to the low opinion of myself, I should say, I've got to be useful. I've got to be seen as, contributing a large amount to the relationship, if you will. All kinds of, it doesn't matter if it's romantic, platonic, family, whatever. I've got to be seen as, doing all the extra work. I've got to be seen as contributing, because if I don't contribute, then my use dies, and, so does their love for me. Or lightness, whatever you want to call it. And I've been like this my entire life without really realising it. And I know I've talked about relationships and how I wasn't always treated the best, but if I'm honest, I did not help myself at times. My people-pleasing tendencies was something that always became a thing, because I'd always try to do my best. Always try to go above and beyond. And the problem is, if you always go above and beyond, it becomes the norm, and it becomes expected. It's like if, say, you knew someone who'd done, let's say, I don't know, say, right, you had a work colleague, and every day they brought you, say, a bun, a sweet bun, right? Doesn't matter what one, just say something you like or an equivalent. Now, they brought you this every day because you were friends or they just thought you were alright. That would be great. But the problem is, eventually, you would come to see that as the norm. Whereas they might be doing it to go above and beyond because they want to be seen as, useful and helping out or giving you something you like. But the moment that stops, that's going to put a whole new dynamic in the relationship that you have with this other person. Because what was the norm now becomes, or what was exceptional becomes the norm. And when it stops, there's going to be problems. I mean, you may not say anything because it's a work thing, but you will partially be sad because you're not getting that thing you like so much every day. And good Lord, I do need a bloody haircut, don't I? Look how long it is. that better? No. Anyway, go back to my point. This is what I do. I apply extra high standards to myself, and I apply low standards. I'll go above and beyond to help people. I will put exceptional standards onto my own body because I think, who wants to be with a fat person covered in moles? And there's probably a ton of them out there. In fact, most people probably look at that and think, I don't see what the earth he's trying to make here. I mean, the camera barely picks it up, and that's probably what everyone else sees when they look at me, or they would do if I ever took my shirt off in public. I mean, if I went swimming, I'd have to, but I don't go swimming. I'm not really a swimming person. I can swim, but it doesn't interest me, if I'm honest. Going shirtless is not something I really want to do. I'm still very uncomfortable about the whole thing. Even though I have lost weight, people have told me this. And I have noticed generally in my appearance I do look and appear better, so that's a good thing. It's a really good thing. I have made improvements. Of course, there's more improvements to be made, but, one day at a time, as I like to say. And yes, my body really is this pale. It's not the camera light. Actually, I'll show you. Look, there's my arm. See, my arm has a little bit of tanning on it. But you can kind of see the difference. A little bit of tanning on it. You can see my neck. Actually, if I go here, I kind of pull down. See, you can kind of see it. Although I'm only a little corner of the screen, so you might not. You might need a bigger TV, but I wouldn't recommend that. Because let's face it, who wants to look at that? Anyway, the point to this whole video is that this is what I do. This is what I've done with myself my entire life. I've always held myself to such a high standard, and I've never reached it. Other people have never shown their disapproval of me, other than the disapproval I've shown myself. Although I don't openly say it, the fact that I don't think very highly of myself comes off to other people, so other people are not going to see very highly of me either. I mean, I'm not blaming other people and saying they should see highly of me, but, it's one of those things. And it's not one of those love yourself before anyone else can love you, because I know that's not quite how it works. And I remember, doesn't matter. Anyway, point is, for all of you out there, I'm sure there's some of you out there who have made this mistake too. You've held yourself to such high standards that you've kind of hated yourself for it. Or if you haven't, then well done, bloody well done you. I envy that. I really, really do. Anyway, there's not much I say, but the revelation I've made about my people-pleasing tendencies kind of puts me in a very optimistic mood, Because it means when I really come to terms with, or really realise and say it out loud like I am now, it means I can do something about it. It means that improvements can be made in the future to, curb it. And that makes me happy. And if you are a regular watcher, you probably notice I haven't been very happy lately. But now I am. So, as I'm in a good mood, I'm going to love you and leave you, people. I just want to thank each and every single one of you, all 126 of you, who has joined me on this journey. And I do appreciate you being here, even if you don't watch most of the videos. I'm grateful for you being here regardless. Until next time, people, I will hope that each and single one of you does take care of yourself physically, mentally, and those you love too. So until next time, bye.